Yo, what's going on, people? My name is Mo from the Neighborhood Music Head. Today, I just wanted to start off this video by saying that I hope everybody is staying safe in the midst of this pandemic. These are some of the craziest times we're probably going to ever see in at least our generation. I just hope that everybody is, staying 6 feet apart, washing their hands, and hopefully this video can kind of provide you a bit of an escape from these times of uncertainty. So, without further ado, today I'm going to be talking about a phenomenon that I've noticed amongst music fans and hasn't really been spoken about enough, and that's this idea of being a day one fan. For those of you who are unaware of this term, Urban Dictionary defines day one as somebody who's been there from the beginning through all the good and bad. Artists, of course, value these day one fans because they quite literally wouldn't be where they are without them. However, there is a bit of this stigma between being a self-proclaimed day one fan and the people who have just joined along the way. For example, you might have been seeing this trend of people going around and posting how I met this artist versus how y'all met this artist. So people will post like an early album, an early picture, music video of an artist versus something within the past few years. Just kind of saying like, yeah, I've been here from the beginning. And sure, there's a level of like, oh yeah, I identify with that. I definitely was watching like Meg Thee Stallion freestyle videos and things like that. But there's an underlying tone in there. This sense of, yeah, I'm better than you because I listened to this artist for 5 years longer than you, as opposed to you who just got hip now. And that very mindset is really the problem here. It's this concept of being a gatekeeper in a fan base. Gatekeeping, for those of you who don't know, is just this concept of a person or an entity controlling people's access to something. So in this case, it would be a fan base controlling new fans' access to the artist, essentially. A writer by the name of, I hope I'm pronouncing the name right, Cheska Palateo, wrote a really good piece regarding gatekeeping. They were talking about movies and how movie series is, for people who were born when a movie came out, have a different stigma towards new fans who are just discovering it. She was writing, quote, "Consequently, the length of a fan's exposure seems to be a huge defining aspect of a fan's dedication. Thus, new fans, most especially the younger ones, are immediately put down. They take this aspect that are uncontrollable for both parties in order to be superior." And what she's talking about 100% happens. I'll use a recent example of this with the legendary beat battle that just happened last week with RZA and DJ Premier. Leading up to it, and even during the battle on IG Live, there were a lot of people saying like, if you were born after 95, you can't even be allowed to watch this stream. Like, you had to have been outside when these songs came out. And that very mindset is so problematic. First of all, there's definitely a level of ageism in there, but mainly, who are you to say that you had to experience the songs when they came out in order to fully grasp what's happening in this beat battle? Like I and millions of other people who were born in the late 90s and early 2000s and love hip-hop have actually made an effort to learn who these predecessors are in the genre. Like, we care who DJ Premier is, we care who RZA is and what they've done for the culture. Who are you to tell us that we have to experience it the way you did to fully grasp it? And who's to say there aren't people who know absolutely nothing about these producers, but want to learn, and simply saw this battle coming up and thought, hey, I've always wondered what these guys have produced, maybe I'll watch it. So you're saying that because you have some nostalgia from the 90s and 2000s, they can't try to appreciate hip-hop? Come on now. I do, however, understand the psyche of these gatekeepers to a certain extent. I mean, as somebody who's watched dozens of artists grow from the very early stages of their careers, you kind of develop a sweet spot for them because you've watched them grow this whole time. Like Childish Gambino, for example. I've been a huge supporter of his since I was watching Community on NBC since like '09. And just to be clear, I'm not telling you guys this to seem cool. I'm just stating a fact that I've been literally listening to him since like I Am Just a Rapper back in like 2010, that whole mixtape series. Through all this time, I've loved watching him grow as an artist. I mean, going from these really cringy like punchlines way back when to now becoming this like R&B critically acclaimed superstar. Like, it's been fantastic to watch. So from a gatekeeper's perspective, I can kind of understand why early fans would kind of look down on the people who are just getting hip to him now in 2019 and 2020. Like, we've been here for the long haul, you know what I mean? However, that doesn't mean that we should shun them out of the fan base. Like, just because we were hip like a decade ago doesn't mean that we're any better than these people who are just discovering him as an artist in 2019 and 2020. What we should be doing is enlightening people on the greatness that is So Fly from Cul-de-sac, and showing people the cringy bars that Tina Fey spit on Royalty, and at the same time not getting mad at the people who only care about Awaken My Love. Change is gonna come whether you like it or not as a fan. So just embrace these newcomers because they're helping the artist grow, and that's what everybody wants at the end of the day. So screw the bias of day one fans. I mean, what even is the definition of day one at this point? Like, look at Kendrick Lamar. Are his day one fans the Good Kid Mad City fans from 2012? Because that's what really broke him to the masses. Or is it the Section 80 fans who caught him just before that? Is it the Overly Dedicated fans? The C4 fans from 09? The Training Day mixtape fans from 05? His like 250 person venues in LA that he was performing in back in like 2004? What really is it? My point in saying all this is that there is no clear definition of a day one. So let's all just enjoy the music and spread this dope art. So that's all I got. Thank you guys for watching. You're the best. I love you if you're still here. Please like, subscribe, comment if you thought anything about this video, share with your friends even, and hopefully I'll be coming at you with another video soon. Quarantine sucks and college classes have not gotten any easier now that we're stuck at home. So hopefully I'll catch you guys soon. Please wash your hands and stay 6 feet apart, y'all. Peace out.